The contemporary history of the world's favourite game spans more than 100 years. It all began in 1863 in England, when rugby football and association football diverged on their different courses and the Football Association England was formed. The game's true beauty lies in its long reach from east to west and north to south. Football has come a long way since its first laws were drawn up in London. Although the rules changed over these years, football is now losing its battle. Football has come a long way since its first laws were drawn up in London. Although the rules changed over these years, football is now losing its beauty and is slowly heading towards business only. Player, referees and football clubs are all getting bribed by money. Players are worth millions now and are getting paid to fake injuries, cheat and dive. Football is slowly getting corrupted. Is football still a beautiful game, or is it a dirty business? And how do the fans feel about this? Do you suspect that there is something illegal going on behind the game?
في الدوريات اللي يعني مو وايد فيها رقابة صح تسوون غشوا كذي عشان الفرق القوى يسوون غشوا حق الحكام ولا شيء يسوون غش.
No, I don't think there's anything too controversial.
Yes, I think there's lots of cheating that goes on. There's lots of money in football, and where there's money, there's people trying to steal money or take money for good and bad reasons.
Is FIFA responsible for allowing major business deals?
لا فيفا طبعا تراقب فيفا يعني مسؤول عن تراقب ذلين اللي يسوون رشوة تسوي عليهم ساعات يعني عقوبات شيء.
Well, they're like the kings of football, so it's up to them who they have partnerships with, whether it's ethical companies. You know, if you think about it, there's lots of alcohol companies sponsoring football, you know, I mean, you think about that, how are they going to sponsor the World Cup in Qatar, and also, you know, lots of banks, credit cards, things like that, which, you know, are not always ethical companies.
Maybe if you're talking about the deals between the teams or the deals between the players, this is a different story, you know, between the teams, maybe it's not, but between the players, some players they get paid, you know, for certain things. So maybe yes.
And like hosting Brazil in 2014, FIFA President Blatter, he allowed selling alcohol in Brazil World Cup so that they can get more financial benefits.
Are there any other deals that you think are going on?
تلعب ساعات يعني أفريقيا تلعب في المتويج عشان يعني مثلا فريق عشان يعني الفريق الثاني ياخذ البطولة هاي فريق يغلبه السراء ياخذ البطولة فيلعبون عشان.
I think there's lots of bribery. Maybe referees are bribed in football. You think about the amount of money that's gambled on football every weekend, so it's easy for them to maybe pay for a goalkeeper not to have a good game. Maybe the striker has a bad game. I don't trust anybody.
Sky News conducted a study on football fans. The study shows that you can see 80.8% are not satisfied with the referees, 62.6% distinguish between the teams, 48.1% receive bribes to cheat against one of the teams, 36.3% let their emotions control the game. They choose a team over the other. Therefore, FIFA has implemented intense security measures in referee selection process and in the tournament in 2010 World Cup. Security guards were set up outside the referees' hotels and no direct outside calls were allowed to their rooms. Do you think that there should be a new set of rules to prevent cheating in the game?
I think it's hard to prevent cheating because there is so much at stake. For example, games here in Bahrain where they see the top stars cheating and they follow their example.
Of course, I agree with this. FIFA should obtain certain rules or some rules, and they have to be very strict with these things.
Cheating makes the player famous. Do you agree or disagree?
We say Maradona, everybody remember his hand when he pushed the ball inside the goal.
in my eyes, it makes them infamous. You know, I hate to see people cheating. To me, players should be banned for a bad challenge. Players should be banned for cheating.
Because the football means a fair game, you know. That's the motto of the football. It's a fair game. The FIFA should observe these things because it's very important. Some teams, they really lose, you know, because of the cheating, you know. And they spend a lot of money for football team, you know. But they lose, unfortunately, with unfair game.
Sure, I agree with this one. As you remember, the World Cup in 1986, Maradona, he scored a goal with his hand against England. He was given the name a hand of God.
Is it fair that some players can get away with cheating?
No, it's not fair. For example, Luis Suarez, he bites other players in the necks. It's cheating and nothing has ever been done about it.
هو الإرادة هل بعد يعتبر نفس الوقت ذكاء يعني لازم أنت تساعد تضيع وقت عشان تفوز.
No, it's not fair, but it's very hard to regulate. It's very hard on the referees, and also we have so much TV. Everything is filmed these days.
If football started adding more rules to prevent cheating, will the game be unsatisfactory?
No, more rules will make more fair play.
No, not at all. I mean, cheating's wrong. Cheating's wrong in life. Cheating's wrong in football. You know, you should be good enough. You shouldn't have to bring notes into an exam. You shouldn't have to dive around on the floor to win a game. You should be confident in your ability. If you're not, then it's your fault. You should have worked harder.
Players fake injuries. Do you agree or disagree?
إذا غالبا لازم أتصدق لازم أطيح.
Absolutely, it's like work, isn't it? I'm sure there's times when you wake up in the morning and think, do you know what? I don't really want to come to the Polytechnic today. It's the same for tutors, and it's the same for footballers. You know, it's work at the end of the day. I'm sure there are people that love the game and get into football because of their love of it, but it's a business.
I saw a video one time. They teach the player how to fake the injuries. It's in a training. It's like a part of a training. They teach them how to fake the injury so the referee can, you know, can take action or give a yellow or a red card, and without anything, you know. They are like actors, you know, an actor.
Sure, I agree with this one. There are many players who are taking injuries to get penalties and get free kicks to own goals, which is really, you can say, not fair for the other teams.
There are two types of cheating, classic cheating and tactical or professional cheating. Classic cheating is when the player is acting, faking an injury and wasting time. Players get a yellow card for classic cheating. Tactical or professional cheating is when the player uses a hand to score a goal or to attack other players. Players get a red card for tactical cheating. And the red card is when the player gets sent off and isn't able to play in the next game. Do you think that the cheating is beneficial to football clubs?
For some of clubs, yes, but for the other clubs, no, because cheating against them will make their chances to stay in the first league something impossible.
No, to me, it's the antithesis of everything that's wrong with football. You know, it's wrong to cheat. Cheating is the biggest scar in football at the moment. There's no place for it. And if managers are found guilty of this, they should face tough penalties.
Of course it is. There has been some cheating in the Italian league, and it was beneficial for some clubs.
Are you with or against the World Cup 2022 hosting in Qatar?
I think it's good that the World Cup will come to the Gulf and to Islamic country. But there are things which Qatar can do to help their own regulations. For example, most of these stadiums are being built by foreign workers, Nepali workers, who are not being treated very well. So is a good opportunity for Qatar to improve its workers' rights and regulations.
I'm a bit 50-50 really. I think in some ways it's good because it's bringing football to a new region. You know, I think people in the Gulf, a lot of my students are huge football fans, so it gives them an opportunity to see the best players in the world nearby so they can come and watch it. But then, you know, I think, did Qatar buy it? Did they win it because they were the best country offering it, or did they bribe officials to get it because their head of the FA was found guilty of committing bribes, of soliciting money and giving bribes to countries to get their votes? And also, you know, it's like, can we really have a good World Cup in 40 to 50 degree heat? You know, is it going to be comfortable for the fans? You know, you might be able to cool stadiums down, but you've still got to get from the car to the stadium for fans and things like that. So, I think there's positives and negatives to Qatar getting the World Cup.
The beautiful game is still entertaining, hasn't lost all of its fans. The dirty business might keep it exciting, but as you can see, the fans of the game are aware, and some fans do not like what's happening. The game should go back to its true beauty to keep the excitement going rather than corrupt it.